clearly visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So today we are discussing about spreads. When I talk of spreads, there are three kinds of spreads: bull spread, bear spread, and butterfly spread. There are different rules that we need to follow for spread. The very first is for call options. So for call options, the rule is S naught minus E. This is the formula that we use. So here, looking at the formula only, we understand that the spot price should be more, from that we should minus the exercise price. But here the exercise price should be low, only then we will benefit. So if you could see here, if exercise price is low, the premium that you're going to get or you're going to pay is high. So an option with a low exercise price is better for call option. Whereas if the exercise price is high, the premium is, sorry, here the premium will be low. Just a second. Because S naught minus E, if E is greater, then you will get a negative profit, and therefore such options will not be demanded. But for put option, the formula for intrinsic value is E minus S naught. So here, if E is low, the premium is low because it has not been taken by many. And if exercise price is high, the premium is high. Now, what is spread? We'll understand that first. In spread, what we do basically is we enter into two options at a time. We buy one option and we sell one option. Now, when I say we enter into two options at a time, I basically mean that you are going to enter into call option. So you buy a call, you buy a put, or you sell a put. You cannot club call and put option. So you have to always do it in the same type of option. So if you're trading in call option, you should buy a call, you should sell a call. If you're trading with put option, you should buy a put, sell a put. You cannot do buy a call and sell a put. You can't combine. That's why we call it spread. There are totally three strategies in options. One is hedging, second is spreads, and the third is combination. When we go to combinations, we will combine. Here in spread, we are only finding the difference between the buy price and the sold price, and it has to be done with the same type of option. So if it is a call option, you buy a call, sell a call. If it is a put option, you buy a put and sell a put. You can't mix call and put. Is that clear? You need to remember this for spreads. So now when we talk of spreads, there are three types of spreads: bull spread, bear spread, and butterfly spread. Now I will write it here in the table only so that it becomes clear for you. If, or I'll make another one. If it is a call option and you have bought a call option with low exercise price and you have sold a call option with high exercise price, we call it as bull spread with call. If you do opposite of this, if you buy at high exercise price and sell at low exercise price. We call it as bear spread with call. Okay, so remember, for a call option, buying a call with high exercise price is with low exercise price is good. You get high premium. So if you're doing this, you call it as bull spread because you're buying a call which has low exercise price and selling one which has high exercise price. Whereas if you buy one with high exercise price and pay low premium and sell a high premium one, then we call it as bear spread with call. Next is with put. Again, in put also you will have bull and bear spread. So you buy at low exercise price and sell at high exercise price. This is called as bull spread with put. All this is there in theory in my slides. I'm just putting it in table so that before exam maybe you can refer this. Okay, so these are the four things that can happen with call and put. You can have bull spread with call, bull spread with put, bear spread with call, and bear spread with put. Now you don't have to worry of by hearting this particular table because when we are doing the solution, they may not ask you to tell the strategy all the time. They will just ask you to solve for it. So if you know how to solve for it, it's more than enough. Even if you're not able to tell which strategy that is, but if you are able to tell, it is really good if you have understood the logic. So if you're buying a call option with low exercise price and you're selling it with high, you call it as bull spread with call. Similarly, if you buy a put option with low exercise price, sell it at high, you call it as bull spread with put. So buying at low, selling at high exercise price is always bull, and buying at high, selling at low is always bear. This much if you could remember, it will help. Now this one sum itself has all the four strategies. So instead of giving you four sums separately, four questions, in one sum only, I'll show you all the four strategies as well as we will draw the graph for each strategy. So first sum, this is the first problem. Okay. Explain which strategy to adapt in the following cases and show the payoff matrix and graph for each case. So first, we have bought exercise price of option bought 60, exercise price of option sold 70. So we have bought at low price, 60 is the lower price, and we have sold at high price, 70 is the high price. So here is the strategy. If you buy low, sell high, the strategy is bull spread with call because it's a call option. Okay. So first strategy that we are adopting is bull spread with call. Again, I'm repeating, in the exam they will not ask you the strategy, they will just ask you to prepare a payoff graph and the matrix. So we will start solving it now. The same method we'll use to solve all the four strategies. So once you understand the same, you can follow. Okay, 6 columns. First column is S naught. Second column is bought call at exercise price of 60. Then sold call at exercise price of 70. Gross profit or gross payoff premium, and net pay. These are the 6 columns that we will use to solve all the 4 sums. The same columns, only the numbers will change depending upon the problems. Now, what are the prices expected? I'll write down 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, and the last one is 80. These are the prices given from 45 to 80. Now we have to see the payoff here of a call option, of a put of both the call options bought at low and high, and then we'll get the gross and the premium. Now let's first do the premium part here. All of you see, you have bought a call option at 60 and premium on option bought is 9 rupees. So when you buy a option, you have to pay premium. So -9 is what you're paying. And when you sell a option, you receive premium. So +4 is what you're receiving. -9 +4. Can anybody tell me how much? -9 +4 is -5. All of you there with me? So this premium, we are going to continue for all the things. So I'll write it here above how we have got this -5. Premium paid is 9 rupees on the option bought and received is 4 rupees. So -9 +4, -5 is the net premium, and this will continue for all the prices. So first step is to find this premium. Now let's see what happens to the option bought. Remember, it's a call option. So if it is a call option, we always use S naught minus E as the intrinsic value formula. This is your E, exercise price, and this is your S naught. So if I do 45 minus 60, I'll get it in minus. So I will lapse the option because I have the option, I have the right to buy. I will buy it at 45 in the market, not for 60. If I buy for 60, I will lose 15 rupees. So I'll not exercise. In the second case also, 50 minus 60 is -10. I'm going to lapse this option. 55 minus 60 is -5. Again, we will lapse. 60 minus 60, it's anyway 0. Now, 65 minus 60, we will gain 5 rupees. 70 minus 60, you will gain 10 rupees, 15 rupees, and finally 20 rupees. So the last 4 prices, you will exercise the option. Whereas for the first few prices, you will lapse the option because when we do S naught minus E, S naught is the stock price and E is the exercise price. If it is negative, we lapse the option. If it is positive, we exercise. Let's do the same for the option sold. 45 minus 70. Now the exercise price is 70. Remember, don't do it with 60. So 45 minus 70 is again a loss of 25 rupees. So 0. 50 minus 70, loss of 20 rupees, 0. 55 minus 70, again loss of 15 rupees. 60 minus 70, loss of 10 rupees, 5 rupees. So whatever is the loss, I'm just making it 0. 70 minus 70 is also 0. Now 75 minus 75 and 80 minus 70, it is 10. But remember here, I'm taking -5 minus 10. First, I found out the profit, 75 minus 75 rupees and 80 minus 70, 10 rupees. I'm putting minus sign because this option is sold. When you sell this option, the person who has this option will gain. So suppose I have sold this option to Shubham and this is my account. So Shubham will gain 5 rupees and 10 rupees and he will exercise the option. If he gains, I have to show it as loss in my account. Both of us cannot profit out of it. So this 5 and 10, there is gain in the option 75 minus 75 rupees, but the gain is the option is of the option holder, that is Shubham. So for me, it is a loss. So I'm just adding minus sign there. Remember, whenever there is option sold, you cannot gain, you will lose and the other party will gain. So you will have to add this minus. If the option is bought, whatever you have gained is your gain as it is. Is that clear? Any doubts, anybody? Now, the gross payoff is nothing but the addition of these two columns. What option you have bought and what you have sold, we will add both. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 5 plus 0 is 5, 10 plus 0 is 10, 15 minus 5 is 10, and 20 minus 10 is 10. Now let's see the net payoff. 0 minus 5 is minus 5. Again the same, minus 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 and 5. This is how the net payoff of a bull spread with call will look like. Okay, now this we have to put it in graph. It's difficult to draw the graph. So I have pasted the drawn one in the book. So you can just see here the prices I have taken from 45 to 80, and then the maximum loss is 5 rupees and the maximum gain is 10 rupees. So I have just taken every centimeter is 5, 10 plus 5 plus 10 minus 5 minus 10. At 45 we have a loss of minus 5. So you can see at 45 I have put a dot near minus 5. Then at 50 also we have a loss of minus 5. 55 minus 5. At 60 also we lose minus 5. At 65 we have 0. You can see here exactly at 65 we are at 0. So at 65 we come here and join at the center, and after that 70, 75 and 80 the profits are 5 rupees. So you can see the graph, there's a loss of 5 rupees constantly, then we reach to 0, and then there is a gain of 5 rupees constantly. So this is how the graph of a call option, bull spread with call option will look like. Any doubts, or should we continue with the next part?
Continue, ma'am.
Okay. So this is done with bull spread with call. Let's do now the second sum. In the second sum, what we are doing, we are buying at 80 rupees. That is, we are buying at a high price. Okay. And we are selling at 75. We are selling at a low price. So let's see the strategy. When you buy high and when you sell low, it is bear spread with call option. We are doing it with call, so we call it as bear spread with call option. So the second strategy is bear spread with call. Again, I told you the table remains the same, so we are going to use those same 6 columns. Only thing is now the prices will change because we have bought at high and we've sold at low. So here the exercise price of the option bought 80 rupees and the exercise price of the option sold is 75 rupees. Again, it's a call option, therefore we use the intrinsic value formula as S naught minus E, and we will decide whether we are going to buy or sell looking at the S naught minus E, okay, whether we'll exercise or no. Now let's look at the premium. We have bought at 80, so option bought here in the table of questions you have the premium. Premium on option bought is 2 rupees. So that means you're going to pay 2 rupees, and premium on option sold is 6 rupees. You're going to receive 6 rupees. So premium will be minus 2 plus 6. How much you get? Plus 4. Okay, so 4 rupees will be the premium in case of all the prices. Again, as I told you, we should do S naught minus E. So 45 minus 80, you'll have a loss of 35 rupees. So you will not exercise. 50 minus 80, loss of 30 rupees. No exercise. 55 minus 80 is also loss. 60 is also loss. 65 minus 80, there's a loss. 70 minus 80, 10 rupees loss. 75 minus 80, 5 rupees loss. And 80 minus 80 is 0. Okay. Let's take one more price here so that I can at least show you some gain. 85 minus 80, you will get 5 rupees gain. Now let's see sold call at exercise price of 75. So if I sell it, also the person will do S naught minus E only because it's a call option. So 45 minus 75 loss. 50 minus 75, there's a loss. 55 minus 75 loss. 60 minus 75, 15 rupees loss. So 0. Whenever there is loss, we lapse the option. 70 minus 75, again there is a loss. 75 minus 75 is 0. Now on the gains will start. 80 minus 75, 5 rupees, and 85 minus 75, 10 rupees. But remember, whenever we do sold, we take minus sign because the option is sold to somebody else. Suppose this option I've sold to Pranali. So Pranali is going to gain 5 rupees and 10 rupees, and I'm going to lose it. So we do the same S naught minus E. Whatever you get, you just put a minus sign if you have sold that option. Gross payoff will be 0 for all the cases except the last. 0 minus 5 is minus 5, and 5 minus 10 is again minus 5. Now the premium 0 plus 4, it's 4 continuously. Then minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1, and minus 5 plus 4 is again minus 1. So the graph I'm showing you here, because for everything else it was 0, I've just taken the prices from, just a second. You can take the prices from 45 also. Here I've taken it from 65 in the graph. Here you can start 45, 50, 55, 60. For everything the profit is 4 rupees. You can see here 5 is there above. Below that for 4 rupees there are dots. So a straight line of profits. Then you come down at 80 rupees, you have a loss of 1 rupee, and 85 also you have a loss of 1 rupee. So 4 rupees profit, and beyond price of 75 you will start having a loss of 1. This is how the graph will look like. You can start with the price from 45, just done from 65 onwards. So this was the second strategy, that is bear spread with call. Any doubts, anybody?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let's do the third strategy now, which is bear spread with put. So again we'll take the same table. Okay, let's see what we have done in the third strategy. Let's go to the question. This is the third one. You bought with an exercise price of 70 and you sold it for 65. So 70 and 65. So bought at 70, sold at 65. Here I think I have done a mistake. When you buy at high, yeah, this we are doing. Okay, see this strategy now. We have bought at 70, high exercise price we have bought, and we have sold at,
Ma'am, you can change the values.
change the
For third option, now we can change the values like 65 on the left side, 70 on the right side.
last one is that way. See 50 and
Okay, ma'am.
60. So up and down it has become. I'm doing the fourth strategy first. That is you buy at high exercise price, that is we have bought for 70, and we are going to sell it for low exercise price, which is for 65. So buy at high and sell at low. We call it as bear spread with put, and that's what I wrote here. Now we are going to solve with for bear spread with put. So that's bear spread with put. We have bought at high and sold at low. Okay, now let's look at the premium first. premium on option bought is 9 rupees. So you're going to pay 9 rupees, and premium on option sold is 5 rupees. You're going to receive 5 rupees. So it's minus 9 plus 5. How much you get? Minus 9 plus 5. Minus 4. So we calculate it again. Now this is a put option. So put option, remember the intrinsic value formula is E minus S naught. So we are going to do exercise price minus the spot price. So it's going to be 70 minus 45. When you do 70 minus 45, you will gain 25 rupees. So we'll exercise the option. 70 minus 50, you will gain 20 rupees. We'll exercise the option again. 70 minus 55, gain is 15 rupees. 70 minus 60, gain is 10 rupees. 70 minus 65, gain is 5 rupees. And then 70 minus 70, it is 0. 70 minus 75, there's a loss. So we'll lapse the option after this price, because everywhere 80, 85, we are going to have losses. Now let's see what happens here. This option you have sold. So E minus S naught, 65 minus 45, you will gain 20 rupees. 65 minus 15, 15 rupees. 65 minus 55, 10 rupees. 65 minus 65 rupees. 65 minus 65, 0. And after that, everything 0, because there will be losses. 65 minus 70 minus 5 and all. Now remember what I told you. Solve the normal way. If sold is given, whatever gain you have got, just add a minus sign, because this is the gain of the other party. It is not your gain. You have sold this option. So just add minus sign. Don't get confused. E minus S naught minus E, that will be very confusing. Remember, if you have sold, you have to add a minus sign to the gain, because that's not your gain, it's other party's gain. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now 25 minus 20, you have a gain of 5 rupees. 20 minus 15, 5. 15 minus 10 is 5. 5 and 5. And then you have all 0. Premium minus 4. Copy it and paste it. Five minus 4, you have 1 rupee gain. 0 minus 4 is minus 4 and minus 4. So the graph will look like this. Just observe here. I'll increase the size. Forty-five, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. These are the prices. Till 60, we have a gain of 1 rupee. So you can see here at 1 rupee, it's in the positive quadrant, straight line. Then in between 60 to 65, we get a BEP because it cuts down. And from 65 onwards, we have a loss of 4 rupees. So here you can see minus 4. At minus 4, there is again a straight line. So this is how the graph of a bear spread with put look like. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
So let's do the last strategy, that is bull spread with put. In case of bull spread with put, let's see what we have done in the last strategy. We bought at 50 rupees, that is lower exercise price, and sold at 60, higher exercise price. Here you can see bought at lower exercise price and sold at higher exercise price. So this strategy is bull spread with put. Okay. So we have bought at 50, sold at 60. Premium is minus 4 plus 11. Whatever you bought, you're paying 4 rupees and you're receiving 11 rupees. Bought at 50, sold at 60. Premium, you pay 4 rupees for option bought and receive 11 rupees for option sold. So minus 4 plus 11 equal
7.
to 7. Okay. So your premium will be 7 in all the cases. Now, because it's a put option, remember the formula of intrinsic value E minus S naught. So exercise price is 45 minus, exercise price is 50. 50 minus 45, you will gain 5 rupees. 50 minus 50 is 0. 50 minus 55 0, and after this everything 0 because the market price is high and you're only going to get losses. Let's do for the next 60 minus 45, you gain 15 rupees, then 10 rupees. 60 minus 50, 60 minus 55 5 rupees, 60 minus 60 0, and after that it's 0 for everything. Now because this is sold, we'll take it as minus. Now here 5 minus 15, it's minus 10. 0 minus 10 is minus 10. 0 here also minus sign. 0 minus 5 is minus 5. And then we have 0 everywhere. So 10 minus 10 plus 7 is minus 3. Minus 10 plus 7 minus 3. Minus 5 plus 7 is 2. And then you have 7 being constant. So you can look at the graph. I hope it's clearly visible. 45, 50 till 80 are the prices. You have 5, 10, 15, 20, minus 5, minus 10. So initially you have loss of 3 rupees. So you can see for the first two prices, minus 3, minus 3. There's a straight line here. Then you gain 2 rupees. And then since then on, 7 rupees continuously. So this is how a bull spread with put graph will look like. So we have done all the 4 strategies of bear and bull spread, 2 with bear and 2 with bull. Remember this format, if you follow, you'd easily be able to solve any type of sum. They will not ask for which strategy all the time. Most of the times they don't ask, 99% they'll not ask. They'll just ask you to find the payoff and graph. So this much if you are able to do, you will get marks. I hope it's clear. Should we go to butterfly spread?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is butterfly spread and why the name butterfly spread came into picture? I'll show you the graph here. This graph they feel is like a butterfly. I know it's very difficult to digest, but then they feel these are the shape of a butterfly. These straight lines are like feathers, and this is like the body, the V shape, which is going upward, and it also goes downward. So there are two types of graphs that you may get. So because we are getting a V shape and then straight lines, we usually call it as a butterfly spread. It looks like a butterfly. Now, what do we do in butterfly spread and how it is different from bull and bear spread? In bull and bear spread, we buy one option, we sell one option. So whether it is call, so we buy one call, sell one call. If we are going for put, we buy one put, sell one put. But in case of butterfly spread, we buy two call options and we sell two call options. Remember again, I'm talking in the same terms. If it is call, it's only call. If it is put, it will be only put. We are not combining both. We will combine both only in combinations, which is the next strategy. So there in bull and bear, we bought only one call and sold one call. But here we will buy two calls and sell two calls. There we bought one put, sold one put. Here we'll buy 2 puts and sell 2 puts. Now at what price to buy, at what price to sell, that we need to decide. So usually in butterfly spread, the question will appear like this. They will give you 3 prices, 3 exercise prices, and you need to decide what you're going to do. So there are 2 things possible. We call these 3 prices as E1, then we call this as E2, and we call the third one as E3. Now you have to remember one thing. The central price should be the average of the above and below price. So if I add both 55 plus 65 and I do divide by 2, I should get 60. So 55 plus 65 is nothing but 120. 120 divided by 2 if I do, I'll get it as 60. So the central price is the average of the higher and the lower price. If this doesn't happen, the graph won't come like that. So you need to cross check the question first before solving it. Okay. Now, there are 2 things that you can do. One is you can buy 2 call options at the central price. Then you can sell one here above, sell one, and here you sell one. So totally 4. We are buying 2, selling 2. We bought 2 at the center price 60 rupees and we sold one for 55, sold the other for 65. This is one way. The other way is you buy here, buy one above, and buy one at the below, and at the center you sell 2 columns. So either of it you can follow. If they give in the question which strategy to follow, buy at the center or sell at the center, we'll do that. If they don't give, you can assume at the center what you want to do. In opposite of that, you can do above and below. You will get marks for whatever you assume, because if they don't give, that means they want you to frame a strategy by yourself. Otherwise, most of they should be giving what you have to do. Now in this problem, we'll see whether they have given or not. So I'll first remove this. Let me check what they have told. The investor wants to take long position in 2 call options at an exercise price of 55 and 65. What do you mean by long position?
Buy.
Buy. So he wants to buy at 55 and he wants to buy at 65. Okay, so he will buy one call option at 55, he will buy one call option at 65. And then he wants to write 2 call options at exercise price of rupees 60. So he wants to write 2 call options. That means he wants to sell. So he wants to sell 2 call options at 60. So this is what is the strategy they want you to follow. At the center price 60 they want you to sell, and 55 65 they want you to buy. Okay, so now let's solve. They've told to find the profit and loss of the investor if the stock prices on maturity are 52 57 64 and 70. So let's, now the table will change a little here because we are going to have 3 exercise prices. If you see above, when I did bull spread, bear spread, we had only 2 exercise prices at which one we bought and one we sold. But here there is E1, E2, E3. So obviously the table is going to change a little. So let's see how we are going to solve for a butterfly spread. 7 columns we will have now because the 3 exercise prices. Above we had only 6 columns. So first column is S naught. Then you have, we have bought on exercise price. We have bought one at 55. Then at 60 we have sold. We have sold 2 call options at exercise price of 60. And then at 65 we have bought again one more, bought call at exercise price of 65. So this is all the 3 things that we did. Center we sold 2. Now we find the gross payoff. Then we have a premium. and then we have a net payoff. Okay, so the prices given are 52, 57, 64, and 70. Remember, it's a call option. So for call option, the intrinsic value formula is S naught minus E. Okay, now let's see first what happens to the premium. You have bought one above, so that means here you will pay premium. I'll write minus here. Here you will receive premium when you sell. So you're going to receive 7 rupees. And again you have bought, so you will pay premium. Okay, so it is minus 10 plus, remember you have sold two call options, so 2 into 7. Okay, so 2 times you're going to get 7 rupees, and then again you're going to do minus 5. So you pay 10 rupees, you pay 5 rupees, and you receive 7
Ma'am,
rupees
I
2
did not
times.
get that premium. Ma'am,
See,
that
I'll show
premium.
you. Yeah. See here, when you buy a call option, you have to pay premium. So you will pay 10 rupees. Again here at E3, you buy a call option, so you need to pay premium for it. At the center, you have sold. You have written here sell two call options. So at the center, you will receive premium. Okay, so I'll show you here again. You're going to pay 10 rupees, so minus 10. Then you're going to receive 7 rupees. But remember, you are receiving for two options. You have sold two options at 7 rupees each. So you will receive 7 rupees two times. 7 plus 7, 14. Or 2 into 7, 14. And then again you have bought, so you will pay 5 rupees. Are you getting it now?
Yes, ma'am.
So minus 10 plus 14 minus 5. This is how it will be. So minus 10 plus 14 is 4. Minus 5 is minus 1. So you will get a premium of minus 1. Repeat it again. From 14 rupees, you minus 10, you will get 4 rupees. Again, you minus 5, you will get minus 1 rupee. So the premium is minus 1. Is it clear, Pranali?
Yes, ma'am, got it.
So now, remember this formula always, it's a call option, it's S naught minus E. So we'll do here S naught 52 minus 55. We have a loss, so we will lapse this option. 57 minus 55, you have a gain of 2 rupees. 64 minus 55, the gain is of 9 rupees, and 70 minus 55 is 15 rupees. Now let's do it for the second. 52 minus 60, there's a loss of 8 rupees, so lapse the option. 57 minus 60, loss of 3 rupees, lapse the option. 64 minus 60, you get 4, and 70 minus 60, you will get 10. Remember here, there are two options. So again, I'm writing here 2 into 4 and 2 into 10. Okay. So 2 into 4 is 8 rupees and 2 into 10 is 20 rupees. Now another thing very very important. We have sold this option. We have sold means suppose I have sold it to Shubham. So tell me Pranali whether I will gain or Shubham will gain.
Shubham.
So here I should take minus 8 and
Minus 7.
minus
Yes,
20.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
remember this. If it is sold, you have to add a minus sign. Okay, so now we'll see for the third one. 52 minus 65, 0. 57 minus 65, 0. 64 minus 65, there's again a loss, so 0. 70 minus 65, we will gain 5 rupees. We'll add all these three to get the gross payoff. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 0 plus 0 is 2. 9 minus 8 plus 0 is 1. And 15 minus 20 plus 5 is 0. That means we have 15 and 5 positive. If I add both, it's 20 minus 20. So that comes to 0. This is a premium. So 0 minus 1 is minus 1 net payoff. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And 0 minus 1 is minus 1 again. So the same thing is put in the graph. Show you the graph below. I hope it's visible clearly. So we have prices. We had 52, 57. We can't take it like that odd. So I've taken 1 centimeter with the interval of 5. So 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So at 52, you can see here, I had a loss of 1 rupee. So in between 50 and 55 comes 52, and there I have taken -1 as loss. Okay, then at 57, which comes in between 55 and 60, at 57 we gained 1 rupee. So I've taken it in the positive quadrant at 1. At 65 exactly, we have in between 60 to 65, we have 0. Here you can see at 64 you had 0. So at 64 you're at 0, and then last at 70 you're again losing 1 rupee. So you can see here from -1 we go to +1 and then come back to -1. And any price above 70 or below 52, you will have the same loss. So we just draw two straight lines after the cone, okay, or after the mountain, you can say. Is that clear? Understood the graph?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the next sum. We'll do it today only or in the next class.
Ma'am, anyways, we can do it now also.
Okay, so I'll complete this, and the next class, one or two more sums on butterfly spread I will do, and we will go to combinations. So this is also on call. I'll do this today, and in the next class we'll do two sums on put option for butterfly spread, and we'll start with combinations, and combinations will be the last strategy. Okay, after that I will do few sums which have appeared in the question paper for case study, and we'll wind up with this unit. So another 2 or 3 classes and we'll finish it. If possible, tomorrow I'll take 1 or 2 classes, and Monday last we'll finish. So same table we are going to use. Okay, now we have to decide first. Purchase a call option at rupees 320. So we are going to buy one at 320. Then purchase a call option at 400. So the next one we are buying at 400. Sell both the call options at 360. So at the central price, we are going to sell at 360. Now the premiums they have given here. So when I purchase, I have to pay premium. So for the first one, I will pay 40 rupees. Then again I have purchased, so again I will pay 40 rupees. Or first we'll take what we have received. We are receiving 2 into 30 rupees. Two options we have sold, and then we'll minus the option which we have paid, that is 20. See, these two we are purchasing, so we have minus 40 and 20, and this one 30 we are selling the option, so we will receive it positive. So minus 40 plus 2 into 30 is 60, again minus 20. So what would be the premium? 0. See, you're paying 40 and 20 and you're receiving 60. So the premium is 0. Is that clear? Let's see what are the prices that they've given. 270, 300, 360, 400, 450, and 500. So it's a call option. S naught minus E. So S naught 270 minus 320. There is a loss, so we lapse the option. 300 minus 320, again a loss of 20 rupees, lapse the option. 360 minus 320, we gain 40 rupees. Then we gain 80 rupees. 450 minus 320, we gain 130. 500 minus 320, we gain 180. Let's see now, sold. 270 minus 360 loss, so 0. 300 minus 360 0. 360 minus 360 0. 400 minus 360 gain of 40 into 2 again because there are two options which we are selling. 450 minus 360 gain of 90 into 2, and finally 500 minus 360, that is gain of 140 into 2. So we'll put a minus sign here itself so that you don't get confused. Above sum shall do the same. So for minus 40 into 2, it is minus 80. Minus 90 into 2, it is minus 180. Minus 140 into 2 is minus 280. The next is bought again. So 270 minus 400, 0. Till 400 it will be 0 because we have lost. Then 450 minus 400, 50 rupees gain. 500 minus 400, 100 rupees gain. Gross payoff, we add all the three. 0, 0, 40. Then you have plus 80 minus 80 plus 0, which is again 0. 130 minus 180 plus 50, which comes to 0 again. And 180 minus 280 plus 100 is again 0. So net payoff 40 you get here. So if you look at the graph, it's on the quadrant that is 0. At 250 you have 0, at 300 you have 0, all the prices you have 0. Only at one price you're gaining 40 rupees, which is 360. So in between 350 and 400 there is 360, you're gaining 40 rupees here. So it's straight line on the quadrant going up to 40, coming down, and again straight line. So this is how the graph will look like. We don't have any loss. We are at 0 or we gain 40 rupees. Is that clear with this sum?
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll continue in the next class with two more sums of butterfly spread and then combinations. Thank you.
Ma'am, day before yesterday's class, we had left one sum half, I guess.
That I will do. I have to that problems. I have sent an email to myself. I'll solve that. That
Okay, ma'am.
you're talking about Black and Scholes model.